Hello friends, how you guys doing? Welcome to our channel once again. Alright guys, so in today's video guys, I want to show you why this trend will be one of the interesting trend in the history of Bitcoin, guys, and why you need to pay attention to this trend. Okay? Alright, so in case you've not subscribed to this channel, you kindly subscribe as we dive into the chart. Alright, so now we've been enjoying a potential profit ever since, and Bitcoin is doing what we expected since the break of this downtrend here. Okay, so we've been rallying around, and it's a good one. So I believe you are in profit. So now, what is really going on? Many guys are asking, should I still keep buying, or what am I expecting? And there's something that you just need to pay very good attention to. You see, every market is being determined by how it moves. Okay, so we've seen obviously that the market here has been moving, very aggressive here. It makes an impulse here. We later identify that this is a correction. Okay, it's still running flat, all right, and this is the next impulse. Okay, so from here now to here, well, we have it as A or 1. This can be 2. Okay, we are expecting 3 wave here. This 3 wave we're expecting can either get to this point. There are many varieties we're expecting just because of how this wave plays out. So we're expecting this wave to test to 48,000, and if there is a sharp bounce like this, then expect another one to come up before this trend will be broken. Now, at the break of this trend, guys, see something that you need to pay very good attention. Why we are tagging this ABC is just because of the way it's moving. All right. So, but if after this wave goes up here and correct himself and push up, then it can become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, but now we'll just leave it at ABC just because of the way the waves are developing. So in the trade that you wouldn't want to miss now is if you go down to 1 hour, there's a trade potential setup here. It's loading up. I think the wave is already completed. So we've seen this. This is a completed wave. So what we're expecting, something like this will happen shortly. So after this, then expect a correction for the next wave or a big drop. Okay, so but there will be a measure to it that once this wave is completed here, once this wave is completed and it tags this high here, okay, something somewhere like here, so then you need to watch out how it develops here, and by then you still need to be checking out whether there's a divergence between this wave A and C. But currently you can see now, if you go here, you can see a very clear divergence. It's already there. So we are still very, very observant to see what will happen once this wave C is completed. If this divergence still remains, then what it tells you that probably there might be a breakout of this trend. And the breakout of this trend, guys, means this Bitcoin will break even to the lowest points so far. All right, so that's why I just need to pay very good attention. Now, we are making money as the market is developing because we understand structures. The best thing that can happen to you as a trader is when you understand structural patterns. Okay, now take a look of the histories. Every guys that have made fantastic money from trading, they're all trade patterns. All right, they are not just reacting to the market. They trade patterns. They recognize a patterns and they trade that pattern consistently, and that's why they are profitable. So we've seen Bitcoin forming a certain patterns over and over and over again. All right, so the way it's developing determines how you trade it. Okay, so and if there's something that you should take away from this wave now, from this video, sorry, is once the market makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, expect 1, 2, 3, and down we go. Okay, so these are the for you to call that this wave is completed. After this wave 5, expect this wave 3, and before it comes down again. So Bitcoin is somewhere here now. It's forming this wave 3 up. So we're expecting this to complete. Okay, because we already have this 1, 2, 3 bigger wave like this, and we're expecting something like here. So after this is completed, we might see something like here again, and before we drop, so making this ABC. All right, so these are the structure we're expecting on Bitcoin. Anyway, so we're still waiting for confirmation, but so far so good. No matter the direction of the market, we will still remain profitable because we are trading as the market is developing. All right, so the trade for the day is something that I wouldn't want you to miss, because this will give you potential profit. Might be, if you measure this from here, potential profits is like $3 to $4% today, okay, which is not that bad. All right, I'm using 20x, all right, so times 4, so we're 80% profit. All right, so it's something that you wouldn't want to miss. So just position yourself, and you can position yourself here. You can position yourself here. Depends on where you are watching this video. But if it has broken out and gotten to this point, no need of taking it, because there will be a potential drop very soon. This is kind of a last wave of the last wave somewhere. So it's only for smart and fast traders that can catch this move. But just wait for confirmation anyway. All right, so if you take a look on Ethereum, you can see that all of them are following suit. You see, Ethereum is just doing the same as Bitcoin. All right, so what Ethereum is doing here is, after this, it's gonna break out, and there will be a sharp sell-off here, and there we go. This is what we're expecting on Ethereum. Okay, this is what we're expecting on Ethereum. It's clear. So Ethereum is gonna do something like this once this wave is completed, breaking out of this. Make a clear head here and sharp sell-off, and there we go. Then, but if you go down to 4 hours, it will now become a clear 1, 2, 3. That's ABC. Okay, that's what we're expecting on a Ethereum to do. All right, so you should have in the back of your mind that Ethereum has broken from this range, and that is one of the characteristics of Ethereum. If you check the history so far, anytime this range is broken, if I should put something like here, anytime this range is broken like this, it's always a big move for Ethereum. Okay, it's always a big one for Ethereum. If I just take you back, that was in January when it happens that way. Okay, you can see what happened. Okay, it happens the same way. So I'll take somewhere here. This range, and it was broken. I think, yes, this is how it was before, something like this, and it broke it, it tested it, and it formed this pattern. Look at this pattern that we were expecting. Look at this sharp sell-off. So it formed this pattern, and there we go. So probably something like that might play out again at this time, because it's just trying to form the same pattern again. Okay, take a look. It's just trying to form the same pattern. That's why I tell you that understanding structure will give you an advantage over the market. So watch out for this pattern to complete, guys, and there we go. Okay, and it's going to be very, very aggressive and parabolic. All right, so watch out for this pattern to finish forming, then before we move to the next side. All right, guys, so if you take a look also on Cardano, guys, all of them is following suit. They're just following as Bitcoin is developing. So far, what we'll be expecting from Cardano is nothing but 1, 2, 3. So we're expecting this to clear this, come up very high. Maybe it's a big drop, and there we go. If Bitcoin is dropping, if Ethereum is dropping, definitely most of these coins will drop. And you see, most times they are forming the same similar patterns. Okay, so that's why we stick to Bitcoin to analyze, because often and on, once you get the patterns of Bitcoin well figured out, almost all the other coins will follow suit. All right, so that's why we spend most of our time analyzing Bitcoin charts, because it's more clear. Okay, and it has less manipulations, sell-off like other altcoins. You can see now. So look at this coin. Look at how crazy move. Look at how this one is just dropping rapidly like this. All right, there's a sharp, fast sell-off. In Bitcoin chart, it looks more healthier than this, because it takes a bigger amount of money to move Bitcoin. So that's why the chart looks more better off than most of these altcoins. Okay, so that's why we spend more time on Bitcoin to analyze that chart, because if you get it right on Bitcoin, probably there are higher percentage you must get it right on other coins. Okay, The same thing applies to, if you take a look on market dominance. Market dominance also is trying to form a bullish pattern. Okay, it's trying to form a bullish pattern here. So, but just let's watch out and see what we're expecting is the next wave up. After that, there'll be a drop, and there we go. Now, but how do you figure out this? This is what I'm expecting on market dominance. So, when market is going up, probably most of the coins will be coming down. When it's coming down, most of the coin will be going up. So expect something like this to play out on the market dominance. But for this wave to play out, so what will be the reaction on other coins? So the reaction might be based on what Bitcoin is doing, right? If Bitcoin is going up, probably every other one will go up. But expect, as it's going up sluggishly like this, Bitcoin might be going up a little, but it will start coming down. All right, so this is what we're expecting on market dominance, and it's very important you pay a good attention to what this thing is doing, because along the line you find out that these things also controls the main market movement. Like, take a look what happens. Look at that bull market that happens since January of this year to date. You see, that was when the whole thing started skyrocketing. You see that market dominance was coming down, all right, and Bitcoin and every other coin is just gaining momentum. All right, so the same thing applies here. This same old, the same way it happens every time. But the most important thing that, for you to be profitable, just need to pay attention to history, because history most times will repeat themselves. It might not be the same way, but there is truth, an atom of fact in the history. All right, so that's why we just need to pay very good attention to what is going on here, and that will give us an edge over the market. So I'm happy because if this thing goes up like this, and at this time is dropping, man, that will be a very good time for us to be in profits of most of the altcoin. Okay, and as it start reversing like this, so that will be a big sell-off for altcoin. All right, so this is where we join the curtain for today, guys, and I would like you to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and if you have any question, if you have any, let me know some of the coins you are watching in your portfolios, and if you want me to help to analyze any of them, let me know. All right, so see you in the next video. Thank you.